Here is a once-in-a-lifetime real estate offering to buy the rarest of waterfront land, surrounded by a masterpiece of nature. Hi, I'm Peter Cahoon, and this is 63 to 65 Parawee Road, Mosman, the finest address in Sydney, Australia. It's surrounded by some of the country's most magnificent homes, and perched up high means your backyard is the most beautiful natural harbour in the world. What's more, the title goes all the way into the water. That means you can moor your boat at the bottom of the garden or go for a swim at your own private beach. It's just 8 minutes from the Sydney CBD, but it may as well be a world away. Every day is an armchair view of the Pacific Ocean and the entrance to Sydney Harbour. With views like this, you might never want to leave home. But if you do, there are world-class restaurants just 5 minutes down the road. Now for the real surprise. There are in fact 2 houses on these blocks, including this Igloo House, which is an iconic piece of Australian architectural history, designed by the late great architect Harry Seidler. Seidler was responsible for a number of this country's most notable buildings, including the revolutionary Australia Square. Igloo House was built in 1952. The architectural prestige attached to the existing Igloo House can't be underestimated. It was one of the first revolutionary designs here in Australia, designed by the late Harry Seidler. And here we are in his offices with Penelope Seidler. It was close to his heart, this house, wasn't it?
It was very close to his heart, and my heart. Called the Igloo House because of the shape of the roofs on the garage, the use of columns and slab floors. It's the first time engineering of this type had been done in Australia.
The facade of Igloo House has been heritage listed, meaning it forms part of any future redesign or redevelopment.
It's a magic site, sparkling harbour and the grandeur of the site sweeping down to the rocks and the sand and the water. I think it's probably one of the most spectacular views in Sydney. 50 years later, there was a scheme to make the house grander.
Harry Seidler and his team have drawn up 2 separate options to redevelop both blocks. The first is a standalone redesign of Igloo House, which has council approval, leaving the block next door available for resale or another development. This is the first scheme that Harry Seidler did. Could be used as a stepping stone to this grand vision. Here is a 4-storey brand new house, one of the last Harry Seidler ever designed. Magnificent building it is.
Well, it's very magnificent and very grand. Inside there's a wonderful sweeping circular staircase and magic terraces and grand spaces.
So whatever option someone chooses, they're going to end up with one of Harry Seidler's masterpieces.
It would be one of the great houses of the world.
Now, the sale of 63 to 65 Parawee Road, Mosman, is being handled by Sandy Dunn of Dunn Mosman, who handles all the prestige sales in the area. Sandy, from your perspective, what makes this so special?
It's really all about the location. Just look at these views. You've got views stretching from Clontarf right across to Balmoral, and right in the middle vision you've got through the heads to the horizon. It's a block of 1,700 square metres, so a substantial holding on the waterfront, with 40 metres of absolute beachfront.
Wow.
Now, properties like this are very tightly held. Just across the bay here in 2007, there was a property sold for $22.5 million. Whoever inherits this has really got something very, very special, really once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
How would I go about securing this remarkable spot?
It's for sale by expressions of interest. First step would be to give me a call on 9960 558. Happy to have a chat.
I tell you, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is the bluest of blue chip real estate. And one thing's for certain, you'll never ever get tired of this view.
SharpImageTV.com